Hey, it's that Deadeye guy, and let's talk a little bit about the newest Sonic title. Sonic Mania is a love letter to fans, developed by indie developers Headcanon and Pagoda West Games. It was created to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the original Sonic the Hedgehog's release in 1991. It sought to adapt the playability and feel of the original series in the modern gaming sphere, reminding us why Sonic became a video game icon in the first place. I'm gonna have to gush for a little bit, but first, just provide some context about my relationship with Sonic games. I grew up with a NES in the house, but the first video game system that I really started to understand and get good at playing was the Sega Genesis. The Mario of that system was, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. I spent absurd numbers of hours playing Sonic 1 through Sonic & Knuckles, so much so that, to this day, I can still pretty much breeze through them, even with years between playthroughs. Just like riding a bike, right? After constant disappointment from the Sonic team, and the absolute failure to bring Sonic into the 3D space in any way that was enjoyable, I had given up hope on there ever being a real successor to the games I fell in love with as a child. Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles are those peak titles that I run through every once in a while just because they were that damn good. Cut to the announcement of Sonic Mania. Everyone was hyping it up, others remaining only cautiously optimistic. I avoided all media and discussion around it because I'd heard this song before and I didn't want to have my soul crushed by yet another mediocre to awful Sonic title. But then the glowing reviews started to come out. Even Donkey, someone who is pretty hard to impress, handed it the masterpiece score. The final nail in the coffin for me to take the plunge was my spouse, who knows my reservations with getting overly excited about Sonic games, recommending I give it a shot. Sonic Mania is the absolute pinnacle of what a Sonic game should be. It takes everything that made the original title so amazing, expands upon them, fixes the little quirks, and creates a product that longtime fans will adore and that newer fans can jump into for a ridiculously fun gaming history lesson. The pace of the levels, the mash of new content with old, the touching up of the pixel work, the completely remixed and updated music, it all combines into the ultimate Sonic experience. Everyone has different reasons for why they fall in love with different games, and I'll admit, there's a serious nostalgia factor here for me. Sonic Mania warped me back to a simpler time in my life, where a Saturday afternoon was sitting on the floor of my room with a Genesis gamepad in hand, desperately trying to figure out how to get the next Chaos Emerald so that I could turn into Super Sonic. My reluctance melted away the moment the Green Hill Zone music started to play, and I sat in my chair with the biggest grin, realizing very quickly that they finally got it right. The only real criticism I have is that they rely just a little bit too much on nods to the older games. I appreciated the hell out of them as a longtime fan, but I'm not sure if newcomers really feel the magic of this game when they don't have the context of the original titles. I'll have to look around as I'm curious what folks new to the series thought about this title. Everything else about it is utterly fantastic. You simply won't find a modern game that perfectly captures the 90s feel of the Sonic series. Sonic Mania is the new quintessential king of the series. If you are a fan of video games in any capacity, this is an absolute must-buy. Thanks for watching. If you like content like this, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. Until next time.